शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। कठोपनिषद अध्याय 1 वल्ली 2 मंत्र 16। एतद्ध्येवाक्षरं ब्रह्म एतद्ध्येवाक्षरं परम् एतद्ध्येवाक्षरं ज्ञात्वा यो यदिच्छति तस्य तत्। In the previous mantra, Yama introduced Omkara as the Vachaka as well as Pratika of Brahman. In this mantra, Yama explains that the same Omkara can be used as an alambanam for both Parabrahma and Aparabrahma. Therefore, the same Omkara serves as a means to attain both Parabrahma and Aparabrahma. There are people who want to attain Parabrahma. Attaining Parabrahma is attaining moksha. There is no difference between Parabrahma and moksha. Brahmavidapnoti param. Parabrahma is moksha because the very nature of Parabrahma is moksha. Therefore, attaining Parabrahma is attainment of moksha. How does Omkara serve as a means for moksha? Omkara Upasanam can serve as a means for moksha in two ways. One possibility is that as a result of upasanam, in this janma itself, he gets adequate adhikaritva, chitta shuddhi and chitta ekagrata he gets. And then in this janma itself, he successfully pursues Atmajnana after doing upasanam for a considerable length of time, and he gets moksha in this janma itself. If you get Atmajnana in this janma, you get moksha, and there is no delay. As and when you get jnana, you are getting moksha. It is called sadyo muktihi. Sadyo mukti. Sadyo mukti means in this janma itself you get Atmajnana, and as and when you get Atmajnana, you get moksha. It is called sadyo mukti. Sadyaha means at present. Immediately after getting jnana, you get moksha. This is one possible way in which upasanam can serve the purpose of moksha. Then there is another possibility. He does Parabrahma Upasanam all his life with the help of Omkara. He does Parabrahma Upasanam and he does not get jnana. Supposing he does not get jnana in this janma, but he has done enough upasanam, then at the time of death he will travel by Shuklagati, Uttarayanam, and he will go to Brahmaloka, Hiranyagarbhaloka. After going to Brahmaloka, because of the very power of upasanam, he will be getting jnana in Brahmaloka. In Brahmaloka, he gets jnana, and then he gets moksha. It is called krama muktihi. Going to Brahmaloka, getting jnana there, even there one has to get jnana. Without jnana, moksha doesn't happen. It is another possibility prescribed in the Shastra. And then he gets moksha. But whether here or whether in Brahmaloka, Parabrahma Prapti is possible only with the jnana. Without jnana, only by means of upasanam, one cannot get Parabrahma. Because the Parabrahma is your own Swarupa. It is Atma. And one cannot get the Atma as long as one gets a jnana. because the Atma is already there and it is concealed by Ajnana. Therefore, the only means to get the Atma is Jnana. Whereas there are other people who don't want moksha. They don't want the real moksha at least. Instead, they want to get some position in the scheme of creation. They want to become Hiranyagarbha, or they want to become Virat, or at least they want to go to the loka of Hiranyagarbha or Virat. They want to be closer to Hiranyagarbha or Virat. There are such people. They don't want Parabrahma, they want Aparabrahma. Even such people are there. What will they do? They can make use of the same Omkara and meditate on Aparabrahma, on Hiranyagarbha, or on Virat. As a result of it, they will go to Hiranyagarbha or Virat after death and stay there till the end of the Kalpa. It is another possibility. They don't get Kramamukti also. They will return after the end of the Kalpa. So now Yama explains that Omkara serves as a means for meditating on both Parabrahma and Aparabrahma, and thereby, by means of Omkara, by meditating on Omkara, one can get either Parabrahma or Aparabrahma as one chooses. See the mantra. Etadhyevaksharam Brahma. Etad hi eva aksharam. This akshara alone is Brahma, is Brahman. Means this akshara, Omkara, is a vachaka and pratika of Brahman. Here only Brahma is mentioned. In the following pada, etadhyevaksharam param. This akshara is param. Param means Param Brahma. Then what we can understand? The previous one has to be Aparam Brahma, because there are two kinds of Brahma, Param Brahma and Aparam Brahma. Karana Brahma and Karya Brahma. Param Brahma is Karanam Brahma and Aparam Brahma is Karyam Brahma. It is Apara, means Karya. So, since Param is separately mentioned, the word Brahma in the first pada should be understood as Aparam Brahma. This kind of an interpretation is based on a logic called Gobalivardanyaya. Gobalivardanyaya. Suppose cows, Gauhu, Go Shabda. Go Shabda includes all cows, whether it is male or female. Gavaha agachanti. If I say, you can understand that both male and female cows are coming, because Go Shabda is both masculine and feminine, and in both masculine and feminine it will decline the same way. Gavaha agachanti. If I say all cows and oxes are coming. In English, cow is only feminine. Masculine is not cow, it is ox or bull. But in Sanskrita, Gauhu includes both. That is why I said male cow and female cow. It is not correct in English. But suppose I say Gavaha and Balivardaha. Gavaha agachanti. Balivardaha cha agachanti. Balivarda means bulls, male cows. Agachanti. Then what will you understand by the word Gavaha? Only female cows, because Balivarda is mentioned separately. This is a maxim, a common sense logic. Based on Go Balivardanyaya, we can say that Param is separately mentioned. Therefore, this word Brahma stands for only Apara Brahma. So, Etadhyeva Aksharam Brahma means Etad Aksharam Aparam Brahma, and Etad Hi Eva Aksharam Param Brahma also. It can be both Parabrahma and Aparabrahma. Means it can serve as Vachaka as well as Pratika for both Parabrahma and Aparabrahma. Etadhyeva aksharam jnatva. Etad hi eva aksharam jnatva. Etad hi eva aksharam. This akshara only. This akshara only. Hi eva is there. Hi eva means if you choose this akshara, Omkara, as the alambanam, you don't have to choose any other alambanam. One alambanam is enough. You don't have to take 100 mantras. From every guru, some people take one mantra each. Then which mantra they will chant? Confusion. Therefore, Hi Eva. It is pinned down to one. Just take Omkara if you are taking Omkara. Etad hi eva aksharam jnatva. Jnatva means upasya. having meditated on. Yo yadicchati, yaha, anybody, yad ichchati, whatsoever he wants, whatever he chooses, means Param Brahma or Aparam Brahma. He has two choices as far as Upasanam is concerned. Tasya tad, he attains that. If he chooses to meditate on Param Brahma, in due course of time, indirectly, through jnana, he will attain Parabrahma. And if he chooses Aparam Brahma, then it is not indirect. In the case of Aparam Brahma, he does not need jnana. Even without jnana, he will get ticket to go to Aparam Brahma. After death, he will go there. Because Aparam Brahma is praptavyam. It is attained. Attained means attained through a gati. Shukla gati. It is attained. Whereas Param Brahma is not praptavyam. There is no prapti as far as Param Brahma is concerned. Because why there is no prapti? It is prapta. Param Brahma is already prapta. That is why prapti is not possible. If at all there is a prapti, it is praptasya prapti. And praptasya prapti is not a real prapti. It is a figurative prapti. It is upachara. Upachara means a figurative statement. Praptihi. As though prapti. And how does it happen? Through jnana. That is why Bhashyakara says, Param ched jnatavyam. We will see Bhashya. Yataha ataha etadhyevaksharam brahma aparam etadhyevaksharam param cha ataha. Therefore, since Omkara is alambanam of Brahman, Omkara is Vachaka and Pratika of Brahman. Therefore, etadhi eva aksharam, this aksharam alone is Brahma. It is Brahma. Bhashyakara says aparam, aparam Brahma, because of Gobali Vardanyaya. And etadhyevaksharam parancha, and the same akshara is param also. One can look upon the akshara as Param Brahma as well as Aparam Brahma and meditate on it. Tayorhi pratikam etadaksharam etadhyevaksharam jnatva upasya brahmeti yo yadicchati param aparam va tasya tadbhavati param chet jnatavyam aparam chet praptavyam tayorhi pratikam etadaksharam. Etad aksharam, this aksharam, Omkara, is the pratika for both Param Brahma and Aparam Brahma. Therefore, the Shruti makes the Abheda, the non-difference between Akshara as well as Brahman. That is why Etadhyevaksharam Brahma means Akshara is Brahman. That means there is Abheda between Akshara and Brahman. Abheda Aropa. It is by taking Omkara as Pratika. And we should understand that it is Vachaka also. Shruti does not mention Vachaka here, but Bhashyakara has mentioned earlier. It can serve as Vachaka also. But here mainly Pratika is told. Omkara is given as Pratika in this mantra. And sometimes we can meditate on Brahman with Omkara as Vachaka also. That is a separate thing. In this mantra, Shruti gives Omkara as Pratika. That is why Abheda. In Vachaka, Abheda won't be there. So, Tayorhi Pratikam Etadaksharam. This Akshara is a Pratika for both Tayoho. Therefore, Etadhyevaksharam Jnatva. This Aksharam, Etad Aksharam, Jnatva. Jnatva is equal to Upasya. See, he clarifies. Pratika Upasanam, Upasya. Brahma iti upasya. Brahma buddhya upasya. Meditating on the Akshara with the Brahma buddhi. Looking upon the Akshara as Brahman. Either para or apara. Yo yadicchati. Whatever an individual wants, one can choose. Param aparam va. Yad refers to param or aparam. One can choose either para or apara. Tasya tadbhavati. He attains that. Param chet jnatavyam. Now Bhashyakara clarifies. One cannot attain Parabrahma only with the Upasanam. Upasanam will serve as a stepping stone, but ultimately one should get Jnana. Param chet jnatavyam. Aparam chet praptavyam. If it is Aparam Brahma, it is praptavya. One can attain it without a jnana. Etadalambanam shreshtham. Etadalambanam param. Etadalambanam jnatva. Brahmaloke mahiyate. Etadalambanam shreshtham. Now, Shruti glorifies Omkara. This mantra is Omkara Stuti. Glorification of Omkara as an alambana. It is the best form of alambanam, best form of support in the process of meditation. There are many alambanam, so many are there, so many pratimas, so many pratikas, like Sri Yantra, etc. And many other bijaksharas, like Kleem, Aim, Yam. So many bijaksharas are there. Even they can serve as alambanam. And so many other mantras like Gayatri and so on, Mrityunjaya mantra. Many, we have plenty of alambanam. And all these alambanas are prescribed in the Shastra for meditation. Many mantras are given for meditation. So each mantra is great in its own place. Each mantra has its own significance. But when we are prescribing any given upasanam, the student should be convinced of the greatness of the particular mantra, whatever mantra it is. That is why when any particular upasanam is given, the particular mantra or the particular devata is glorified. It can be found in any upasana section. This is the best form of mantra, they will say. But among all these mantras, in the Vedic context, Omkara has a very special significance. That is why everywhere in Veda, whenever any Veda is chanted, it cannot be chanted without Omkar. Every chanting starts with Om. It has a special significance in our Shastra. Therefore, Upanishad glorifies Omkara as the best form of alambanam. Etad alambanam shreshtham. Etad alambanam. This alambana, Omkara, it is shreshtham. It is the greatest. The best. Etadalambanam param. This alambanam, Omkara, is both param, is param. It is param Brahma because it is the symbol of param Brahma. And Bhashyakara adds aparam also. Both param and aparam it serves. Therefore it is great. Etadalambanam jnatva. Jnatva means upasya. Meditating on this alambanam. Brahmaloke mahiyate. Brahmaloke. The word Brahmaloke can be explained in two ways. If it is Param Brahma, if what the Upasaka is going to attain is Parabrahma, then Brahmaloka should be explained in a different way. Brahma eva lokaha Brahmalokaha. Karmadharaya samasa. Brahman, which is a loka, is Brahmaloka. It is not really loka. but lokavat praptumishtatva lokaha. Since it is aspired to be attained just like any other loka, therefore lokaha. Or you have to say loka means chaitanya, Brahman which is the chaitanya. Lokanam lokaha, chaitanya. If it is Param Brahma, it is not one loka, it is the loka. If Brahmaloka stands for Apara Brahma, then we can make Shashti Tatpurusha. Brahmanaha Lokaha Brahmalokaha. The Loka of Brahman, Shashti Tatpurusha. So both are okay, because the goal of this Upasanam can be either Param Brahma or Apara Brahma. Therefore, Brahmaloke Mahiyate. Mahiyate means Pujyate. He gets worshipped. He gets adored. He becomes adorable in Brahmaloka. Just like the present Brahman, who is already there. Yeah. Yataha evam ataha etadalambanam etad brahma praptyalambananam shreshtham prashasyatamam. Yataha evam, since it is so, referring to the previous mantra. Ataha, therefore, etat alambanam, this alambanam, brahma praptyalambananam shreshtham, it is shrestha, it is the greatest, the best among all alambanas. Brahma praptyalambananam, all alambanas, it is the greatest. Etadalambanam param aparancha para parabrahma vishayatvat. Etadalambanam param, this alambanam is param Brahma. And Bhashyakara adds aparam cha, it is aparam also. Why? Para parabrahma vishayatvat, because it stands for both Parabrahma and Aparabrahma. Etadalambanam jnatva brahmaloke mahiyate. Etadalambanam jnatva means upasya. Brahmaloke mahiyate. Mahiyate means pujyate. Brahmaloke. Bhashyakara explains Brahmaloke mahiyate. Parasmin brahmani aparasminscha brahmabhutaha brahmavat upasyo bhavati ityarthaha. Parasmin brahmani, one meaning of Brahmaloke is Parasmin brahmani, in Parabrahma, or Aparasminscha brahmaloke, or Aparabrahma. Brahmaloka may refers to Aparabrahma. So this is the explanation of Brahmaloki. Bhashyakara explains the purport of this statement, Brahmaloke mahiyate. Brahma bhutaha, he becomes Brahma bhutaha. The Upasaka, in due course of time, becomes a Brahman. If he gets a jnana, he becomes Parabrahma. Brahmaveda Brahmaiva bhavati. Or if it is Aparabrahma, he goes to Brahmaloka and becomes a Hiranyagarbha. So Brahma bhuto bhavati. And when he becomes Brahman, Brahmavat upasyo bhavati. Mahiyate. The idea of Mahiyate is Brahmavat upasyo bhavati. He becomes upasya, like the Brahman. Earlier he was upasaka. As an individual he was upasaka. Now he has become upasya. The upasaka becomes upasya. That is what upasanam brings about. Tam yatha yatha upasate tattadeva bhavati. Whatever you meditate on, you become that. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram tam tamevaiti kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavitaha. Bhagavad Gita. Ityarthaha. This is the purport of Brahmaloke mahiyate. Thus, upasanam is completed, and Bhashyakara will say that upasanam is enjoined for the sake of manda adhikaris and madhyama adhikaris. For uttama adhikari, who is ready to understand the Atma Jnana, the Brahma Vidya Upadesha begins now. Yama is teaching the Swarupa of Brahman, the Swarupa of Atma. We will see the Sambandha. Anyatra dharmadityadina prishtasya atmanaha ashesha vishesha rahitasya alambanattvena pratīkatvena cha onkaro nirdishtaha aparasya cha brahmanaha manda madhyama pratipatrin prati atha idanim tasya onkaralambanasya atmanaha sakshat swarupa nirdidharayishaya idam uchyate anyatra dharmadityadina prishtasya atmanaha. The Atma which was prishta, which was asked by Nachiketa, by the question anyatra dharmad etc. Anyatra dharmad, anyatra dharmat, anyatrasmat krita kritat, anyatra bhutacha bhavyacha yattat pashyasi tadvada iti. Nachiketa asked the Atma Tattva. Ashesha Vishesha Rahitasya. The Atma does not have any Vishesha. Vishesha means attributes. Atma does not have any attributes. Means it is Nirguna. The Swarupa of the Atma is Nirguna. But then for Upasanam, some guna is attributed. With some guna we do upasana, and the Shruti itself gives the guna. Though essentially Atma is Nirguna, because of Maya Upadhi, all gunas are possible. So, tasya alambanattvena pratikattvena cha, as alambanam and pratika. Alambanam can be both vachaka and pratika. But here pratika is mentioned separately. Therefore, again, what? No. Alambanam is vachaka. What is the nyaya? Gobali vardanyaya. Yeah. So here alambanam will mean vachaka. Vachakatvena pratikattvena cha. Omkaro nirdishtaha. Omkara is mentioned. Aparasya cha brahmanaha alambanettvena pratikattvena. And the Omkara is also mentioned as alambanam and pratika, as vachaka and pratika of Apara Brahma also. For who? It is mentioned for who? Bhashyakara says, Manda Madhyama Pratipatran Prati. For Manda Madhyama Pratipatra. Pratipatra means adhikari, one who studies the Shastra is Pratipatra. Manda Pratipatra and Madhyama Pratipatra. Manda adhikari and Madhyama adhikari. For them, this upasanam is given. We can take it as for Manda adhikari Apara Brahma upasanam, because Manda adhikari does not even have enough mumukshutva. He doesn't want Parabrahma. He is ready to go for Aparabrahma. I want to become Hiranyagarbha. He wants some power. He is a power-hungry person. If I am given importance, I will be happy. So, that kind of people are there around sometimes. So, he wants to get some power. So, then we tell him, don't just aspire for becoming a chief minister or a prime minister. Chief minister and prime minister is a small position compared to the scheme of the universe. Why don't you aspire for Hiranyagarbha position? So then we give this upasanam. And in due course of time, he may get some chitta shuddhi also. It is called Gudajihvika Nyaya. Gudajihvika Nyaya. You know, when sugar-coated pills, a child does not eat medicine, then first you put some jaggery, Gudajihvika, make him lick jaggery, Guda, and then you give medicine. They had such tricks. Now we have sugar-coated pills. So the medicine is mixed with some jaggery and then they made to lick it. So likewise, you produce some kind of incentive, give some incentive, then the person does some sadhana. In due course of time, he gets chitta shuddhi, and then he will be ready for moksha. He becomes a mumukshu. So that is why Aparabrahma Upasanam is given for Manda Adhikari. And for Madhyama Adhikari wants to get moksha. He has some mumukshutva up to certain extent, but he is not able to understand Vedanta. Vichara he is not able to do. Vichara asamartha. If he sits too much in Vedanta class, he gets asleep. Especially when too much of enquiry is going on. If no story is told in between, he gets into sleep. Then you have to wake him up after the class. He is a Madhyama Pratipatra, Madhyama Adhikari. So then you give him Parabrahma Upasanam with Onkara. So Manda Madhyama Pratipatran Prati. These two types of upasanas are given with Onkara. Atha idanim. Now we will read. Atha idanim tasya onkar alambanasya atmanah sakshat swarupa nirdidharayishaya idam uchyate. Atha idanim. Now. Atha indicates the change of the topic. Idanim. Now, starting from the following mantra, Najayate ityadi. Tasya onkaralambanasya atmanaha. The Atma whose alambanam is Onkara. Atma is Param Brahma. Tasya alambanam is Onkara. Onkara alambanasya is Bahuvrihi Samasa. Onkaraha alambanam yasya saha Onkara alambanaha. Tasya Onkara alambanasya Atmanaha. Sakshat Swarupa Nirdidharayishaya. To ascertain the intrinsic nature of the Atma. Sakshat Swarupa. Sakshat means Nirupadhika. Not Sopadhika Rupa, but Nirupadhika Rupa. Without Upadhi. Swarupa Nirdidharayishaya. With the desire to, with an intention to arrive at the Swarupa, understand the Swarupa. Idam uchyate. This is being said. Next mantra. So this mantra onwards, proper Brahma Vidya begins. We will start from the next session. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.